So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we're back today and we've got a big matchup. That's right, we're taking on Tottenham Hotspur the 30th of December away from home. They're currently 12 points ahead of us in the standings, as you can see. They've yet to lose a game. Oh my word, I would love to whack a loss on them right now. Also 7 points clear at the top of the table. I do apologize, I recently just woke up from a nap. So hopefully we're feeling revitalized, rejuvenated, and ready to get those 3 points. Now, one thing I have done, and this is pre-patch, by the way, of course, the patch isn't out as of this recording. Once it's out, I will let you guys know that we're playing on the new gameplay patch, and I'll certainly have my impressions for that coming as well. But I've gone into training, and I've done a couple of things. I've actually done a bit of focus training, and you know what? I never really dived into training, which is kind of ridiculous for how long I've played PES. I kind of just leave it standard. But I didn't know you could go into focus training and just literally pick all goalkeeping. Why do I want David De Gea worrying about anything other? I mean, even stamina, he's in goal. Why do I need him to worry about anything else but goalkeeping? So I've done that for him, just whacked it all on goalkeeping. Harry Maguire, a bit of a test with these players. I'm going to try it out. I mean, his stamina could be a little bit better. So, and especially his speed. So we're going to put that up there. No, he's a centre-back. He doesn't need to be the speediest player around. Likewise, Lindelof, about the same. When it comes to Wan-Bissaka, focusing more on... For him, it's his stamina and then his physicality. I want to do a little bit more physical down the wings. And injury resistance, you can see, don't want that happening. Going to put that on that. Likewise, Luke Shaw. His injury resistance is terrible, so I'm going all gun-ho on that attribute, as well as his stamina, because he needs to improve on that. Maddison as well. Stamina's up there. I want him to be more of a physical player in the middle. I think his dribbling right now is okay. Don't need to touch that too much. And then the rest of these, just sort of tweaked a few of them. The likes of Rashford, right? I've put him as a poacher, purely because I want his physical side to be a little bit better. Doesn't need any more speed and acceleration, so that's, 1 arrow is fine. His balance is 2, so will improve slightly more, as well as his injury resistance is going up a little bit. Martial, I mean, yeah, still working on sort of his speed and acceleration, but I'd rather have him as a prolific winger than anything else. For Greenwood, I've given the advanced striker, so working on his acceleration, his speed, his dribbling as well. A bit more stamina, balance, as well as his condition. Ramiro, obviously just whacked it all on goalkeeping. Matic is sort of fine as an anchor man. Rojo was alright. Sancho I've made box to box because his stamina is terrible. So that's going to up that a little bit more than everything else. Speed is fine. A little bit there. Physicality could be better, definitely. And injury resistance, working on that as well. Daniel James, who will have a new face soon as well, which is about due time. We've gone for dummy runner. Yeah, it still works in his speed and acceleration, but also a little bit on sort of his ball control. Stamina is another big thing. I mean, stamina is key. You've got to have decent stamina. I think Eric Bailly left the same. Likewise, Jones, Fosu Mensah, Grant, just put it all on goalkeeping. Dallo, I went for a fullback finisher for him. His balance needs to be improved. Stamina needs to be improved. Chong, bit of focusing as well. I just want a little bit of a test run to see if this helps a lot. Focusing more on just what they really need to boost for that type of player. Because Chong right now with a 66 stamina, 66 stamina, that's a word, it's not going to cut it. Likewise, the balance needs to go up. Physicality of him, speed, because he plays on the wing. Fred, if you've given him box to box, get him up and down. Tanzebi, bit of build up for him. Andres Pereira, we went for box to box as well, just for the stamina, because he has none. A lot of players don't. And Gomez, also have a face coming for him too. Decided to work primarily on sort of dribbling, tight possession, because that's the kind of player he is, isn't he? An AMF needs to be good on the ball, as well as work on a little bit of injury resistance. Pogba, I've gone for a classic number 10 for Pogba. Why not? Get his ball control even all the way up there. Make him a really solid dribbler of the ball, because I think then he'll be an absolute tank, because his physical contact's already solid enough. So there we go. That's me playing around with the training. Don't never normally dive too much into it, but probably is a good idea to get that going. So, Daniele De Rossi has won South American Best Player Award. Interesting. And I don't think there's anything else, so that's just that. The job at Lanús. Okay, looking for a talented leader to take control of their team. I don't even know where that is, so I'm going to give it a pass. Anyway, for today's match, let's have a look at who we're going to start, who we're going to play, and then we shall return. Okay, so I think we're going to have to go for this. We're going to have to make some major changes. Unfortunately, once again, you know, the old form of Rashford goes up and down like Tower Bridge, so he's now an orange. I don't know why. I've no idea why, but he is. Lingard is the same. I'm going to keep them on the bench, though, because they definitely could come on later if needed. So I'm going to bring in Sancho on the right, James on the left. I'm going to go Martial up top with Maddison, Fred, Matic. Matic is... You know, I don't know. I kind of like Matic in PES. I don't know why. I just do. I think he's a pretty good DMF. He's got, you know, good attributes for it. And he's good at just sort of holding up the ball, bundling people out of the way, and being that rock that you need in front of the back line. Then we'll have Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, David De Gea. So keeping the same back line. I've been happy with them lately. Don't think we need to play around with them too much. Now, I had a few people wondering what I was playing when it comes to the instructions. So this is pretty much what I go for, and I do change it sometimes. I always keep counter-attacking on. Sometimes I'll go for short pass, sometimes I'll play long. Yeah, sometimes I think... we've got fluid formation on, so I probably want to change that. Yeah, do I want to play with fluid formation? Actually, I probably will play around with that in a sec. But yeah, sometimes I go for long, sometimes I go for short. It really depends how I'm feeling, because a lot of the time you put it on long pass, they make more runs as opposed to short pass. I think for today we'll keep it on short and quite tight. We'll play wide, maintain. I generally keep the support standard. Frontline pressure and conservative, because if I go all out defense, it does drop my spirit down a little bit. So right now I'm leaving it as that. And then the compact and defensive line is most of the time pretty normal around the mid-range. So that's pretty much it. I will do a bit of tight marking today on... I think I might do it on Son and Kane. I just like to tight mark players because it does help out quite a bit. I could do defensive on Matic and keep him back, but I don't think we need to. I think we're going to leave it alone. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Do we want to go this gun-ho? I don't think we do right away. So I'm going to keep these boys back a little bit. Sancho sort of peeling in. Actually, yeah, probably better off doing it like that. Out of possession. Drop Maddison in the hole. James probably should come back a little bit more. Sancho, you can stay up there, mate, to be honest. And Martial right in the middle. I think that's all right. I think that'll do. All right, so that is that. Job done. And also, if you want to know how to move up your players from corners, you just go into player settings, scroll all the way down to join attack, and you can pick who you want to have in there. So generally, you want to pick your centre-backs. I could put Matic as well. Yeah, Matic is good in the air. And then you can also choose the corner takers, captain, and everything else. All right, job done. So let's get into this. Hope you guys do enjoy today's massive affair. It's a big one. It's a whopper. We're still playing on Superstar, though, so a little bit more confidence that we can do well. But without further ado, here we go. So Manchester United travel to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the newly built, newly renovated stadium. It cost a whopping, £1 billion odd. Looks stunning, but hopefully the football that we see today will be just as good, because United are chasing Tottenham Hotspur right now, 12 points behind them, and we're not even into the new year. They have really had a formidable start to the season. They'll be looking to carry on today, but Man United will have other ideas. They've given it away sloppily there. This is where Tottenham can be a threat, and they have been all season. They've lost possession. Sancho still waiting for him to fully shine as a Manchester United player. Luke Shaw. Daniel James. Going back the other way. Fred. Maddison. Some space out wide here for Wan-Bissaka. Back to Maddison again. Flicked on. Fred. James, lovely football. Oh, it was a rifling effort by Daniel James and forcing the keeper to make the save. Good patient football. This is a lovely touch by Fred. Late inside, hits that on the volley, and it's not a bad effort. Maddison will take it. United did score in the last game from Harry Maguire, and there he was again. Big centre half looking for his second goal in as many games. Dele Alli has got options in there, but he couldn't beat Luke Shaw. And now Martial has got no support himself. He's done brilliantly well just to keep it. Starts again with James. Heavy touch by Daniel James. Harry Kane to Son. Lovely turn back to Kane. Son once more. Being such a fantastic signing, Son, for Tottenham. Almost reminds you of Ji-sung Park from Manchester United back in the day, because he was such a workable player. Up and down all day. Has the same work ethic, that's for sure. Here is Eriksen. We've crossed the 24-minute mark here between Manchester United and Tottenham. A big game, in the sense that if United lose this, they'll go 15 points behind Tottenham, and that is a lot to chase when you're coming into the second half of the season. Maguire. Wan-Bissaka. Maddison. You see Daniel James he's coming inside a lot, just trying to get the ball. Doesn't mean he won't make those runs though when needed. Martial back to Fred here. Maddison, he finds Matic. James just holds it up. Fred. United are slowly working their way forward, but then Maddison had a somewhat of a brain fart and stopped moving. Son picks up the loose pieces. Fed inside again. And that is a great ball up the line to suddenly Man United have been caught at the back. David De Gea did just enough. I think he got a groin or something on the ball to deny the goal. And here comes Sancho now. Feeds it up the line. Martial. James. Oh, the give and go was on. It wasn't far away. Christian Eriksen finding Son. Back and forth here. Good looking pass to Danny Rose. Wan-Bissaka has to make a choice, and in the end Danny Rose does all the choice making for himself, because it's a dreadful ball. Can United just be a little bit quicker in that final third? Dele Alli. It's a good ball, and here is Son. Does he hit it? Does he not? No, he decides against it, but Lindelof has now been pulled out. Still plugging away. Chance. Son. Good idea. Look for Maguire. Wan-Bissaka's playing around with it. And oh my. Absolute nightmare for Manchester United's point of view. But brilliant news for Tottenham as they take a 1-0 lead right before the break. I don't know what happened at the back. Harry Maguire lays it to Wan-Bissaka. He takes two double chests. I don't know. Just clear it. If in doubt, get it out. Don't play around with the ball, which is exactly what he's done. And he's gifted the Englishman a relatively simple tap-in. So 39 minutes gone. We have our opening goal. Not the same result as United just had against Sheffield United, because they now find themselves a goal down. But it was a sloppy way to concede, wasn't it? Really was. One thing you don't want to do is play around with the ball, and suddenly we've got a chance now for Nemanja Matic. Cuts one way, still going. Great run by Matic, and the left-footed strike was always flying away from the goal. Well, that's what the Serbian can do. Nice little fake here. Stumbled a little bit, off balance. Never trouble the keeper though. The Tongan flicks it to Danny Rose as we cross the 42-minute mark. Tottenham have the goal they wanted. Can they do more? Oh, that's a fantastic ball again, causing United all sorts of problems at the back. David De Gea to the rescue. We say it time and time again, but this ball from Eriksen is absolutely pinpoint. Look at the trajectory, the spin on it. the save was just as good. Now they've got a corner. Peters is going to take the short one. Wan-Bissaka gets it away. Here is Peters. Goes all the way across. Danny Rose. Well played, Sancho. Here he is now. He's lost possession. There's not going to be any minutes of stoppage time here. And Harry Kane has turned his man inside out. And bang, just like that. Number 2. Man United are getting absolutely rinsed here. Terrible, terrible time to concede. 45th plus minute. Sancho lost it. Harry Kane picked it up. Turned Lindelof out. Inside out like a raincoat. And it's 2-0. So Man United will trail 2-0, which means Rashford and Lingard have both been summoned. And they are going to need a little bit of a miracle now, United, aren't they? They've got to pick it up. What with just a dreadful end to this first half. Sloppy way to concede goals. Harry Kane has been on fine form. But, as they say, if they can score 2 goals, why can't Manchester United? They are away from home, so that's not going to make it any easier. Wan-Bissaka has won the throw there. Luckily, got away with that one. There is Nemanja Matic. Maddison, who's done well. Wan-Bissaka can float that one in. Comes back out towards Maddison, and he's rifled it over the crossbar. Lopez with the long clearance away. Matic gets up, wins it. Maddison misses it. United now have gone for a more traditional 4-4-2. Oh, lovely ball through the middle. Dele Alli now, and yeah, United are having some problems here. Out the back, certainly. A little bit all over the place. Oh, look at this splitting ball. Magical pass. Cleared away. Headed by Matic. Chance for United. Lovely ball. And it is Anthony Martial. Oh, he struck the post. I don't know how that's even stayed out, but it has. It was a really good attempt by Anthony Martial in a very cute angle. United getting closer. Warning signs for Tottenham. If you're a neutral fan, you'd love a goal. You'd love a goal from United right now. Really would open this game up. Maddison. Martial looking for the first time pass to Rashford. He'll take the throw-in. Matic. Oh, what a ball in! And there it is! 2-1. Manchester United are back in this. Matic has wrestled Martial to the floor, and I think he was just about to go and get the ball. He said, no, forget the ball. We may be losing, but let's celebrate. What a delivery that is by Nemanja Matic. I mean, Martial has got some gonads to be able to still get in there and not worry about the goalie taking him out. But that is a beautiful ball in. Tongan towards Eriksson. They've gone round the other way to Alderweireld. And Dembele. A good signing for Tottenham. All the way back to Lopez. Takes it first time. It's not a great clearance by the goalie. And Maddison now has a chance to lay it up the line. He does so. It's Lingard. It's near post. And Marcus Rashford. He tried to go near post. His best option there was to try and go far post. Great run. Good movement. Kept it low. Goalie did enough, but it probably was going wide. United have been a threat lately from corners. Ben Davies has come on for Danny Rose. He's going to be fired in by Maddison. And it's Lindelof this time who couldn't keep it down. Well, there's the shot count. United have had 9 attempts to 6. Remember earlier, Martial hit the post. After it came off the goalkeeper. Here's Daniel James. Luke Shaw's gone for the run. United are certainly using the flanks better this half. But they have the option of having 2 centre forwards in there. And how are they going to go the other way with Ben Davies? For Tongan. As United, they can't push too many players forward because Tottenham have the capabilities of breaking very, very quickly. And they've done exactly that by putting the ball through the other way. It's going to be Harry Kane! Denied by De Gea. And Wan-Bissaka couldn't keep it in. We are seeing this so often where Tottenham are getting in behind United far too easily, and Harry Kane should have a hat-trick. Man United's final change. Andres Pereira's come on for a tired James Maddison. The ball is floated in. It's a high, good-looking ball. Lingard gets it away. Martial now finding Daniel James, who's gone up top. They'll try and use his pace as much as they can. Well done, James, there. Overlapping run here by Jesse Lingard, but he's got to get players in the box. Lingard still going, lays it back to James. Luke Shaw finds Matic, and he's forced to pass out wide, and now the game is getting really stretched. You can see how tired these players are with 13 minutes left. It has been a game full of chances, that's for sure. Don't often say that with United's matches, but today there's been a lot of chances at both ends. And Tottenham make a change with Lucas Moura, the little speed merchant, replacing Son. There's still time, but they're going to need something special. They've lost possession there. You think maybe their time was earlier. It didn't click for them, and it's kind of the way the match has gone. Watch the players running through the middle. Maguire got a foot on. There's a lovely ball, and Harry Kane and De Gea. It's the story of the match, isn't it? Time and time again, United are being saved by their number one. Here is James. Oh, lovely ball. Daniel James. He's done brilliantly well, and he's fluffed it near post. The lack of experience by the young boy, but credit to him. Does really well just to get in the situation. Shoves his man out of the way. And then he just almost hits it with the outside of the boot. Lingard. James. Martial wanted to turn and try and find Marcus Rashford. Keeper hoofs it clear. Fantastic header there by Harry Kane. Pereira's working for it now. Lovely little touch. 1 minute to play. It's going to be a huge result for Tottenham Hotspur. United have to get the ball up there quickly. James. Martial. Rashford. Martial. Back to Rashford. The final touch wasn't good enough. Final 3 minutes here. United are just trying to get the ball as quickly as they can. Harry Maguire's gone pushing up as well. He's out of position. And suddenly now, Tottenham have got a lot of space, a lot of time. It's going to be Moura, but De Gea is there again. It's not going to matter too much as Luke Shaw clears it away. And Tottenham Hotspur pick up a valuable 3 points. But it was a very, very tantalising affair. A bucket load of chances. United will feel hard done by, but saying that, De Gea pulled out at a bunch of good saves. There it is, 9 attempts to 10, as much as United only had 3 on target. Jose will be hugely disappointed, but Harry Kane is your man of the match. Oh well, huge disappointment to be fair. I mean, maybe I got the tactics wrong there, and I had to change it because, yeah, I don't know why I typed Mark Son as well as Kane, because all that happened there was a lot of players were getting pulled towards them, leaving holes at the back. But Tottenham played well. I mean, they created chances. De Gea was ridiculous, as always. We had a couple of sniffs. My problem still on this game is I'm playing it like PES 2019 sometimes, and stuff on 19, such as a pass where you're not looking and you just press pass, used to work. It doesn't anymore. If you don't take that touch and lay it off, you're going to play a terrible ball. I keep doing it, and I need to stop. But anyway, Everton finally won a match. Crystal Palace lost. Arsenal drew. Liverpool drew against Man City. Chelsea won their match. So I guess that's decent in the sense that right now, miles off the pace. I mean, Arsenal are 9 points behind Tottenham now. They are just can't catch them. And, you know, we're still only 3 points behind Liverpool in third. So we're still in with a shout. Chelsea are in sixth. But yeah, it was disappointing. But it is what it is. Anyway, we shall return in the next episode. We've got a couple of manager offers. Paul Pogba as well should be back, I believe, in the next game. But I'm probably, one day. I'm not going to risk bringing him back. Probably put him on the bench and then see what happens. Grant has decided this is his last season playing football. Interesting. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, we've got a couple of management offers. We're not going to worry about them, of course. But we'll be back taking Aston Villa. Then we got Stoke. We've got the likes of Southampton. We've also got the opening day of the transfer window. Alright, so, bit of homework for you guys. Let me know, realistically, what is my transfer budget? Because that might help me out quite a bit. Alright, so hardly anything. I mean, we could sell Sancho, to be honest. He has been a really bad signing for me. I may sell him. I honestly may. Our salary budget's fine, but our transfer's not great. But he's just not doing anything. So I probably need an out-and-out forward as opposed to a winger. So any forwards you have recommended for me, let me know. And I'll try and come up with something in the next episode. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll have all the patch news and updated gameplay and testing that all out. So fun stuff to come. Till next time, guys. Take care.